Welcome to Sim Frame of Mind. I am Sim. I'm here to bring you another thought-provoking short film. But before I introduce you to John Wilkins, a character who is a statistician and who is doing some calculations that may unnerve you, I'm going to give you a little bit of a warning. This is a thought-provoking piece. I always look for short films that are going to make you think, hopefully give you prompts at the end of these that are going to make you write or discuss with somebody about your feelings and thoughts about the short film. My theory is simply that if we look at fiction, sometimes it's a better venue for us to kind of explore our own feelings and reactions to things than looking directly at the things that have happened in our lives. I think that oftentimes stories are the best teachers for us. And I think that we can adjust and do things with them in free writing especially, but also when we're discussing our things with friends or professionals. And so I'm going to give you a warning on this one. I have had one of my private lessons, because I've shown this film to them. They told me that this one was unnerving. They really struggled after this, to be honest, and they had a natural phobia of flying. So if you have a deep-seated fear about flying, a little bit of turbulence makes you really uncomfortable, this film may not be for you. Check me out on my next video, okay? But if you want to stick around and try this, it's very well made. It's a New Zealand piece, I believe funded by the New Zealand Arts Foundation. And so take a look, and I'll have some incredible questions for you when we're done to make you write or feel or think or talk with somebody. And let's get into it right away.
My name is John Wilkins. I'm a statistician, and I have a few things to say to those that will one day find themselves in the position of trying to survive falling from a great height. The first thing is, your life doesn't flash before your eyes. You're probably not thinking of your wife, or your son, or your mother, or the statistics conference you're no longer on your way to. If you're anything like me, you'll be thinking about how much it's going to hurt when you hit the ground, and of what you might say to the media if you survive. Because if two things are guaranteed, they're one, pain, and two, news coverage. And you know if you do survive, the reporter is going to want you to say something profound, like how your life changed in the blink of an eye, how existence took on a new meaning, and how you're going to spend a lot more time with your kids. But really, you're not thinking about taking Jack and Jill to the park right now. What you're doing is making some serious calculations. Like how long do you have before impact? 20 seconds? 10 minutes? Before the door blew open, I just finished one of those obligatory chit-chats with the co-pilot. So I happen to know I disembarked from the plane at about 43,000 feet. And terminal velocity for a human is something like 200 kilometers an hour. So if I do the math, I have around 3 minutes and 48 seconds before I hit the ground. Around the time it takes to listen to a pop song, have a quickie, sit through an ad break, smoke a cigarette. I guess it's a matter of how to best use your time. You'd better have something interesting to say if you do survive. Me, I'm going to tell them that the way I think about time has completely changed. I came across this proverb a while ago. It went something like, enter the future walking backwards, so you don't forget the past. As a piece of advice, I thought it was quite nice, but maybe kind of dangerous. I mean, isn't it better to stare the future in the face? Go boldly where no man has gone before? But the more I thought about it, it seemed like I'd never really had any other option than to walk backwards. I've never known for sure where I was going, or what lies in my future. Traveling through life arse first is all I've ever done. The idea occurred to me again when I was sitting in the doctor's office reading some article about the nervous system. It was saying that everything a person perceives has already happened, that there's always a time lapse involved. Like, a sound takes 10 milliseconds to reach the brain, an image takes 40, and touch takes 155. The time lapse affects all 5 senses, so I guess unless you're some kind of clairvoyant, everything you experience has happened at least a split second ago. Anyway, I read the article and made a mental note to think about it properly, later, sometime in the future, like now perhaps. Well, right now what I'm thinking is, it's probably not a good idea to land on my face. I should try to fall feet first onto my left side. If I hit the ground with my feet together and fall to the left, then 8 parts of my body will absorb the impact, one after the other. Metatarsals, tibia, femur, pelvis, vertebrae, radius, humerus, clavicle. Say I'm falling at 200 kilometers an hour. Now divide that by 8 different areas of the body, and I get down to 25 kilometers an hour by the time my head hits. That's not so bad, is it? I'll still end up looking like a half-eaten turkey, but at least I'll be awake to enjoy the aftermath of my survival. And when they hit me up about the meaning of life, I'll tell them about the proverb in the time delay article. Oh yeah, and I'll tell them about the homeless guy I met outside a downtown liquor shop. He says he wasn't always a bum. He was once this kid who spent all his time in the library, reading books on quantum physics and doing mathematical equations. Later he graduated from some Ivy League school and went on to become a scientist, a real workaholic type who dreamed of building a time machine. By the time he was in his 50s, he was a selfish prick who worked 18-hour days in a lab, had no family and no friends. But eventually, the big breakthrough came. He discovered how to build this machine. He started making money by going back and forward in time, cheating lotteries and share traders. He got rich, he got greedy, and he thought to himself, what would I do if I could live my life all over again? So he cashed up and bought gold bullion. Then he took all the gold back in time to when he was a student, gave his young self everything, and told him to get his nose out of the books and live a little, throw parties, get women, live the high life. So the young man takes the money, quits his studies, and ends up blowing everything on drugs and women. He ends up broke, a drug addict, a bum. And a bum can't build a time machine. Okay, so the guy's story was bullshit. And it reminded me again of the proverb and the science article. Perhaps I'm a bit like the bum. I only ever fantasize about the future when I'm unhappy with how my past looks. So anyway, if I do survive, this is what I'll tell the reporters. I'm not going to give the old cliche that my life took on new meaning, and what really matters now is visiting my mother. I'm going to say, there's no such thing as the present, and there's no such thing as the future. There's nothing but the past. And the last thing I'll do is give some advice to people who will one day find themselves trying to survive a free fall. I'll say, try to fall through a swarm of migrating birds on your way down. They'll slow your descent. Or try to land in the outer branches of a tree. Keep your eyes peeled for inflatable castles, hay barns, dumpsters. Don't worry about your wife and kids right now. Just work out how much time you have before impact. Come up with a profound statement and fall to your left side. Other than that, good luck.
And I love the advice. If you find yourself falling from a great distance, turn to your left side. Look for a flock of birds to perhaps slow down your fall. And perhaps aim towards bouncy houses at birthday parties. Wow, great advice. pretty much all of it worthless. But let's go ahead and take a look at this film. This was really well done. Now, it is unnerving. I found myself really stressed the first time I watched it, because I would guess that statisticians think like this all the time. What are the odds that my commute today is going to be on time? Also, what are the odds that I might be in an accident today? What are the odds that it's going to rain? What are the odds that my plane is going to make it to its destination? They're just nonstop thinking about those things. Luckily, for myself anyway, I am not a statistician. I do believe in probabilities, but that depth of statistical analysis must be paralyzing for these poor people. Anyway, for those of us kind of living a little bit outside the numbers, what I mean, let's take a look at this short film. It's polished, very well made, and I think that if their goal was to sort of make you think about the inevitable, the reality of our own demise, and the situation that we might come into in a near-death situation, because this is about a near-death. He keeps talking about, if I survive, I gotta have something to say. What a fantastic approach. If I end up surviving this, I better have the right things to say. That's a great way to keep your mind off. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into some prompts here. I want to hit you with 3 prompts, and you may just want to write about the feeling of this one. I'll be honest, it just gives you such a, at least it did me, a very visceral reaction, maybe not as intellectual as it should be. But I'm going to give you some prompts, so here we go. Prompt number 1, he brings up a philosophy that he encountered and just recently had read. And that philosophy is, enter the future walking backwards so you don't forget the past. Now, this is very interesting. So my prompt is, react to that. Which way do you live your life? Are you looking to the future, or are you looking at the past? And be honest with yourself and just let yourself explore that. That's not a good or a bad. That's just how do you live your life? Maybe you should assess that and figure out why you think like that. Okay. Prompt number 2, the story of the bum. I found that one very interesting as sort of a side thought that he was having in the middle of this crisis. He thought about a time when he met somebody who had quite a story, and his little time travel story, giving him the opportunity to live 2 different lives, one where he ends up a bum, one where he lived a life of successful misery, gives you some perspective on the way that we see our lives as we get older and look backwards, or even as we perhaps face the end. Anyway, wonderful story. Number 3, do you fantasize about the future because of your past? This seemed to be a real focus. When you start thinking about what your future should be, is it reacting to something from your past? Are you more motivated for your future purely because of pains or mistakes or agonies of your past? I don't want to give you any kind of feelings that you should focus on with that, but that one is really nice, wide open. Think about what is driving you because of your past. I think we're all driven by our past. In drama, we always talk about the idea that what motivates my character. Well, our past experiences motivate us. Good, bad, or indifferent, they motivate us. They make us kind of who we are. Those successes tell us, if we do things like this, I'm going to be successful. Failures tell us, oh, I did it like that, I'm not doing that again. I've got to do it a different way. But the motivation, what really drives us, is fascinating to me. And in drama, it's so important. And in this particular film, I think there's some interesting motivation for our main character. But we'll do that on a different particular film coming up. Okay. Well, I hope that you take the opportunity. Again, please reach out to me and share these videos. The group is kind of growing, which is fun. I don't know if anybody's watching more than one video, but a lot of you are subscribing. I appreciate it. Give me a few more chances at least. And you can always hit me on my email. It's listed on all the videos. And I've noticed nobody wants to leave comments. So, but I am getting some emails, and those emails are helping me to shape this project, see if I want to continue the project. And again, I do teach private lessons with free writing and creative prompts like short films or short stories or things like this drive those. And I have had some requests for people to kind of like demonstrate one of these private lessons. I'm not sure how to do that exactly, so give me some time. But for now, the time to write is now. Thanks. See you next time.